Welcome back, cultivators, to another episode of Tale of Immortal. Last time I transcended, we did a lot of story quests, and between then and now, I've done a bunch of grinding to get us further on. So I have ground up to our breakthrough here, so we are ready to go. We have to go do a story quest to do this, apparently. Our spider friend came up. I went and I crafted a new artifact. We have the outlandish cooking. I'm going to go ahead and equip that right now. Let's get an artifact spirit in there. And I think it is going to be our girl, Mingui, that we're going to try to put in there. That's not the way to do it. Artifact. This one, combined with artifact spirit. I think we're going to do that. It's huge. Is this gift for me? Oh, don't make Cheng blush. Should be pretty good here, though, with these skills. 20% chance to charm. Yeah. I'm hoping this is going to be pretty darn nice. And I've collected the materials, hopefully, to upgrade it already. In order to do that, I scouted out the rest of the map in our area. There was a lot more here than I actually kind of thought. I found out there is Fallen Valleys, and I did find the Soul Devouring Pagoda. I did go ahead and just do that. It was not hard or anything. And we got a new mount. We have a Cosmos Compass now. Some even higher stats on that. Rather nice. And just the materials I needed to be able to upgrade the artifact. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here. She stands with her arms crossed, staring blankly at the crystal floating midair. Disappointment fills her eyes, and after a very long moment, she finally lets out a soft sigh. Alas, why do you sigh? Dedicating oneself to exploring the ley lines only to find it all amounts to nothing. Is it not natural to feel such profound loss? What are you arguing about? I wasn't even arguing with him, was I? I was just getting worked up. He was just getting worked up on his own. Our fellow cultivator, Master Cheng, has been constantly inviting me to his residence, but I have absolutely no interest in going. He's been chasing you all this time because of that? I used to be able to run away, so I came to cheat you and made my home within the ley lines. I even thought that the mighty powers he wouldn't be able to find me here, but to my surprise, he still tracked me down. How'd he find you? I must thank you for that. When you severed the nether air and set up the celestial abode formation here, he discovered the location of my sanctuary. What's your plan in the future? Are you worried I'll go back to gathering information about the ley lines? I won't. With a wave of her hand, she sends spider silk streaming towards the purple crystal flowing in the air, completely enveloping it in mere moments. What'd you find? When we crossed paths in combat, I ensnared you with my spider silk and found your thoughts quite fascinating. Now I'm rather curious about what dark secrets you're hiding in your heart. She gently reaches out and takes your hand, then kneels beside you. Placing her hand on her thigh with a sweet smile, she ties a slender thread around your wrist. I am binding this mark upon you so you don't get yourself killed while adventuring around Chi-Yu. It would be rather inconvenient if you died. She chuckles and then rises to her feet, glancing at the purple crystal with a self-mocking smile before turning her gaze on you. Her pupils dilate and contract as she appears lost in thought before finally breaking into a subtle smile. The usually dignified and stern woman suddenly breaks into a smile, as if a gentle sunlight suddenly filled the dark ley lines, warming both body and soul. Sovereign of the Immortal Bloom. Imperial Bloom, even. The Immortal Tournament has learned of your encounter. Yes, of course. And there's the end. We did it. Compared to the universe, we are, in the end, far too small. Thank you for the thumbnail. Much appreciated. What do we got to say? The world's like a reflection in water, shattered at the slightest ripple without a shred of truth to its name. The world is like, same. My thread shows no mercy, whether it kills or saves depends solely on the heart of its wielder. These threads know your every thought, and they bind your heart. With every step, they bind your feet, and everything you've touched, they bind your hands. Kind of a womp womp at the end there. I wish they would have told us what she saw or she gave up or what on the ley lines. But with that, I think we've completed all of the blooms. So there's something. In addition, speaking of blooms, I found it kind of funny. So while I was grinding, I was desperately trying to get some more mind points. And I have gained, as you can see, quite a lot here. I think I've gained like 500 today or something, just to tell you how much I've been playing this. But of the blooms, at least so far, Lan Yu is the only one who will debate me. None of the other ones will debate me. They have no interest whatsoever. So Lan Yu stocks rising. I appreciate the 100 skill points that you provided me, because most of the people around here will not debate me. Had a few dates with rando girls, but beyond that, yeah, no luck whatsoever. Rather frustrating in all actuality. Rest up while I'm here. Okay, now we are back. Oh no, actually I lied. We're going to see about upgrading that artifact while I'm here. So we're going to go forge. We're going to go enhance. I want to enhance this one. We need to add the main piece. We need to add 30 of these, which we have previously farmed up. And we need 300 of these quartz. That came from the pagoda. And let's upgrade. Artifact is currently equipped. Game, you're killing me. Okay, forge, enhance. I want to enhance you. Okay, can I just auto add everything? Yes, thank you. Okay, upgrade, yes. This should go up to red, I assume? No, it went up to Transcendent. Okay. Okay, so this is keeps playing a tune, shooting 8 sound waves per second at random positions, dealing 37,000 damage, has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Duration is 54 seconds, so if nobody kills it, it's going to be on the field for a long time. And it actually has a decent amount of HP. When a variation deals damage to a unit, increase artifact user's attack. When playing the tune, we have a chance for it to increase damage done. Increase healing for allies. Increase the damage. When a variation happens, give a shield. 50% chance for extra damage. It can disable their motion skill and immobilize them. So a lot of things going on here. I think this is random. I think there's a way you can fiddle around with that. What if we were to put that in here again? Okay, I don't have the stuff to try it. Yeah, I'm going to remember to re-equip it. Hopefully we'll get some use out of that. Okay, now we're ready to go back and report that we saved those disciples. Master, the disciples have all returned, thanks to you. Otherwise, the alliance would be greatly weakened. Master, a woman in green came from outside the walls and asked me to give you this. Master, it should be the Mulberry branch if my eyes are not deceived. Tell Gu Ming what happened to Bai Hong. So the Divine Mulberry Garden sent this to you to invite you for a chat, perhaps. Okay, before we go do that, though... we have a fight between ice and fire. So we tried to break through. Fortunately, I didn't catch this on camera, but we tried to break through and we couldn't do it. And then we saw somebody wielding ice and somebody wielding fire, and it inspired us. So we're going to go check that out. Hopefully that will be our middle breakthrough here. A monster stops before you. It's sniffing around. How dare you. Also, I switched over to Ao Yao just to see if she was any better. She's all right. She's got this new purple attack thing, which really helps out with the AoE. Not as much CC, though, of course, as Ling, so probably not really as good. I also tried Yin. She's Fist, and I don't particularly like that. She does not do particularly well with it. And I haven't tried the other ones at the moment. Oh, it's Bing Yi! Oh my, the son of legends is so capable. Be good and stand still. I'll turn you into an ice sculpture. Oh no, ladies, please. Enough nonsense. My Yang recharge fire is lacking, but it's enough to turn you to vapor. Your manner of speaking is lofty, miss, but I heard that a certain three-legged crow was nearly shot dead by mortals and fled in distress for a long time. I also heard that a certain water spirit is greedy and tricked her younger sister out of all of her rations all the time. What's worse is that she also persuaded her younger sister that was not her, causing much sadness for her poor father's heart. You! Can't these two pick a place to fight? Whatever, I'll just watch the show. If the two of them suffer heavy injuries, I can haul in and kill them both. You see Sunny and Bing-Yi gazing at each other with hostility. Another woman is peeping at the scenes from behind a nearby tree, and you recognize Zhu Ying by her half-hidden face. I mean, fine. Get in the harem. Stop fighting, you two. They turn their face towards you, observing you with narrow, slendered eyes. Perhaps they both are scheming for something. Damn, it's this guy. If I'm discovered, I won't be able to go on a killing spree today. I vow to fight this woman today. You don't have to waste your words to convince me otherwise. Yes, we have to fight it out. It won't work even if father came here. Better settle disputes peacefully. You feel a terrifying air of hatred between the two, and find yourself but a newcomer in front of them. Or you could attack me. Hey, three-legged chicken, how about we take out the passerby that's in the way first? Sure, it's a deal. Ice stick hag. Wow. Wow. No comment. Fight them hastily. Hastily? Oh my goodness. Alright. It is what it is. Let's do this. Okay, Sunny seems to be the weaker of the two, so we will concentrate on just wiping Sunny out quick. Yeah. The problem is, when things get crazy like this, I just literally can't even see what's happening. So, yeah. There we go. Easy peasy. After a harsh battle, Sunny's flame gradually extinguishes, but Bingwee's ice shield melts away. Noticing their robes are about to fade, they lower their head helplessly. Oh my. It's not a good time to kill those two. Should I make a move? We got the primordial air demon. Meanwhile, the energies of ice and fire dissolved in thick nether air, condensed into a primordial bead, a primordial air in your palm. It's not safe here. I should leave sooner rather than later. Okay, well, that is a thing that just happened. Don't mind if I do. Wow. Wow. Good stats. Good stats. Essence Heavenly Power +3. Excellent. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do the same thing, I assume. I need to get through here, and then we will need to do a mission. Now, I have a couple... Yeah, here. So, these are Heavenly Essence Elixirs. These are the only way that we can actually increase our XP now. We can't do it any other way. And it was really difficult for me to find these, so let me show you where you can get these yourselves, because I was super duper confused. We're going to have to do our cheapo trick here of just teleporting over here, and then we're going to immediately teleport back to town. So I thought, okay, you have to buy them in the market, because I checked and made sure I couldn't craft them, etc., etc. And then when I went looking for help online, most places were just like, lol, click the tab in the market, lol. So I go in here, I'm like, okay, well, it's an elixir, it's not here, it's not here. They were over in the manual pavilion, because they've added tabs up here. So if you go to treasure, this is them. So annoying. Very annoying. Unlock upon 10,000 battle contribution. I wonder what that is. Oh, I see. I probably couldn't see this until I had the 10,000. Alright. So far I have bought 20. I think I need about 35 if my math was right. So that should be 30, and then we need 3 months until they recuperate more. If we go ahead and pop what we have, let's see how right I am. Oh, maybe not. Alright, so we need to burn 3 months before we can come back and get some more. Mission-wise, we also have the Go to Stell. This is that sword stell that we visited before that has like a yearly cooldown. Sure. Let's go see if that's recharged. I honestly couldn't tell you how many months I was grinding. It was one of those like, turn on YouTube, turn off your brain, do the grind, let's go. So, spent quite a while working on that. The battle contribution comes a lot slower, I feel, than normal sect contribution. I even started doing the bounty hunting just to try to speed it up a little bit. So definitely want to get on top of that as soon as you unlock it. I wish I would have done more bounty hunts. They seem to have a long recharge. Try to comprehend it. Perhaps you could learn about the key to understanding the inscription. Oh, okay. Hang on. That book we got. Sword contribution. There we go. My friend asked me to record a marvelous figure, and I wrote this sword cultivator story in 4 books. Perhaps someone could read them in the future. Night fell, bolts of lightning flashed by the swordsmanship manor, and a storm was gathering. Jian Yi, a 10-year-old boy at the time, hid alone in a dark chamber. The clattering of weapons came from outside the room, but he could only stay here helplessly. He was but an apprentice, and it would be impossible for him to join the battle. Finally, the sounds of fighting disappeared. Jian Yi slipped out of the chamber and walked through the court. The soil beneath him was wet with crimson stains, and next to his feet, the once impressive plaque of the swordsmanship manor was split into parts. Jian Yi had been deserted before, but then his master found the boy and brought him back to the manor. After several years of living, he'd already saw here his home. Now that carefree life was gone forever. It was the first time he felt a strong and devout desire of being powerful. If he were mighty enough, he thought, would he be able to prevent them? Jian Yi set fire to the manor's ruin and burned his past to ashes, but the hatred had already rooted in his mind. He began wandering with his sword and found a secluded mountain forest to reside. He trained diligently and only stopped when he must find something to eat or somewhere to sleep. His sword mastery advanced rapidly, and just a few years later, he felt he had outgrown the teachings learned at the manor. Time to find another stage. Jian Yi decided to leave the forest and carry on his training in the wider world. And since we're here anyways, Book 2. Time went by. Now Jian Yi turned 20 and became a young swordsman. However, he was never as reckless as most lads were, and when you gazed at his slender face, you could find glimmers of courage in his eyes. During these years, Jian Yi traversed mountains and rivers and encountered many difficulties, but he was always ready to draw lessons from them, and his technique was thus enhanced, step by step. He traveled the world. When he found someone committing misdeeds, he would punish them with his sword. Therefore, he made many enemies. This day, his enemies were chasing him down, and to escape them, he entered the mountain's depth. Unfortunately, formidable monsters there felt his presence and were about to pounce on him. He did not flinch at the imminent danger, but at that crucial moment, the image of perished peers emerged before his eyes. My life will end here soon, and it's sad to know I could never avenge you all, he thought. Suddenly, a huge explosion occurred nearby. The monsters left him to investigate it, and he was also struck into unconsciousness by the shockwave. You're awake! Jian Yi opened his eyes and saw a girl about his age speaking to him with a soft voice. Found himself in an unfamiliar environment. He was alerted and tried to stand up. Seeing it, the girl hurriedly told him, "Calm down, my dad said you need to rest." His anxiety was felt by the considerate girl, and she continued, "Don't worry, there is no stranger in our village, you're safe here." Therefore, after several days of rest, Jian Yi finally knew the cause of the explosion. It was triggered by the fight between 2 master cultivators, and its sound distracted the monsters. He was also knocked down by it, but soon was found and rescued by the girl called Yu, who was gathering herbs in the mountain. Ordinary drugs could only heal the wounds on the surface. The damaged meridians could only recover over time. Now he lodged with the family members of Yu and helped them with domestic chores. These peaceful days were so different from the life he had led after he left the manor. And at the same time, the 2 innocent youngsters begin to feel something never known during their daily lives. The last page, which drops a sword fragment. A sword fragment containing heavenly power cannot be properly used since it's only a fragment. Can we do more? You walk over to the stele of the sword and activate your focus to attempt it. To your surprise, the sword fragment flies straight into it. Suddenly, a beam of light bursts out. You are dragged into a mysterious space, and you have no choice but to walk around the light source. On the walls, on 2 sides of the phantasms of man practicing sword. You keep walking but can't think about the phantasms of the swordsman. You feel it must be a sword cultivator in the book. At the end of the path is a stone table, which sits 2 slightly damaged books. They seem to be the other volumes of Sword Cultivator Story 1, 3, and 4. Book 3 by Wandering Cultivator. Yuer's parents also noticed the affection between the two. They found Jian a handsome and righteous swordsman. Besides, the love between them was so true. It would be good for Yu to find a husband so diligent and attentive as him. The next day, before they were about to talk to him about a marriage proposal, Zheng disappeared. He left there at midnight because he had sensed the presence of strange things appearing around the village. They aimed at him, and thus he was unwilling to get the villagers involved. Jiang also left a letter for Yu and her parents. He expressed his gratitude to them and provided them with a large amount of money. He knew they could lead a much easier life with it since then. However, he did not mention the affection between Yu and him. Jiang knew love would be too good for him. His past was checkered and his path was never smooth. Anyone who got close to him might be caught by the merciless fate, and he was sensible enough to leave his beloved one in a safe place. His enemies found him half a day later. This time, Jiang encountered opponents that were much more difficult to deal with than before. Their battle lasted for days, and finally, Jiang exhausted, his sword shattered. But there was still one enemy before him. He was the sect leader that had eliminated Jiang's peers in the manor years ago. Jiang, fatigued and disarmed, supported himself with one knee on the ground. This youth has slain all my companions except for me alone. The sect leader shuddered to think of the swordsmanship of the young man, but now found his opponent unable to issue any counterattack. He was much relieved. He was indeed talented, and if he could have more time to advance, he would be invincible. Perhaps it is good to end his career here and now. Book 4 by Wandering Cultivator. It was spring. The warm sun shined behind verdant foliage. The sect leader was ready to launch one last blow. Seeing the sword drawn closer with a cold flash, Jiang was unusually calm. However, a bitter animosity was gnawing at him. If only I could fight for another minute, I would bring justice to our enemies and would let no one escape. But now, Jiang closed his eyes and waited for his death. A breeze came. The world quieted down, and now Jiang, a swordsman without a sword, felt his weapon everywhere around him. He focused his mind and tried to sense them, and found those readily available swords were leaves of grass and trees. He gave them a command, and numerous green blades floated in the air and transformed into a swordsman's aura. The aura continued to expand. Soon it became an immense whirlpool above him. Even the metallic sword of his opponent's hand was caught. The sect leader discovered to his astonishment he could no longer grasp his weapon. As if it had awakened and was about to reunite with the other blades. Seeing his advantage lost, he could only discard his sword and flee. Jiang opened his eyes again. He looked at the fleeing opponent and said, "Go." Then a silvery blade flushed from the whirlpool of the swordsman aura and ran through his last enemy. The sect leader stared at the impossible wound, unable to understand the origins of the blade that pierced him. Then he breathed his last. Jiang also collapsed on the ground. Now he avenged his peers, and his journey culminated. From then on, he could pursue whatever he wanted. Years after, in the north end of the world, a sword cut the sky in two, and the sky gate opened. A xian-robed man ascended there into the immortal realm. His white hair was pure as snow. The finale was already known to everyone, for people knew he was the first sword cultivator in his time, Jiang. When the sky gate was about to close, myriad sword wills fell from the realm behind it. They pierced through the barriers between worlds, and one of them came to this world. A mountain in Qingyu was chopped to the cliffs by it. Descendants in this world could still feel the legendary figure's mastery of the sword here. Thus, the place was known Stele of Sword. After reading the 4 volumes, a swordsman's aura appears around you. You find the aura is somewhat similar to the shrine shrouded in the mists, and you are occupied by some inexplicable thoughts. Mysterious sword aura. Sword plus 20. You are surrounded by a swordsman aura. The sword's aura seems to come from a building. Go and investigate? Sure. Nice. That couldn't have been anything cooler for Cheng and his sword. We didn't make the most powerful build for sure, but I think we stayed on character for Cheng the whole way through. Oh my, I was traveling nearby. Sure. Last month, some nether demons were prowling around my silken cottage, making an awful racket. I dealt with them, of course. The battle contribution is useless to me, so you can have them. Oh, that's actually kind of useful. Thanks. Would have been nice if I was getting that during my humongously long grind. Where am I going? Way down there. Can I use your teleporter? Okay, if we go here, then we can use the portal, and that'll take us closer. I love how I'm the Cultivator Alliance leader, And yet, they won't let me use their teleporters for free. As you walk along, you sense something's amiss, your mind grows hazy, and then the silk thread on your wrist suddenly snaps with a buzz. The sharp pain jolts you awake, you find yourself in a grand mansion. It's the pervert! What is this place? You see a vast estate with a tall pavilion rising in the distance. It's surrounded, wrapped in countless strands of silk. Examine behind the estate. You reach back of the mansion and follow a shadowy path where various demonic beasts stand motionless. Through completely lifeless, their faces display expressions of rage or joy, rendered so vividly it's impossible to tell if they're real or fake. Examine the main building. The main building houses countless volumes, each documenting the appearances and behavior of various demonic creatures. It seems every book here is a record of mighty beings of the world. Check the secret house. Notes of a devoted fool. You enter the room, a putrid stench assaults your nose, making you retch. Inside stands a large platform, its surface marked with several large brown stains like splashed ink. The corners are lined with an overwhelming array of blades, straight edges, barbed hooks, and countless other implements. Is he making like taxidermy of all the monsters? You enter the tower and find the inner floors removed. The vast interior space completely draped in spider silk. Clusters and wisps of webbing hang everywhere. Upon closer inspection, it resembles her silken cottage. Six-eyed bright pupil, I love you. I will invite you here to live with me, and we shall spend our days together like the immortals. Huh? Who's there? I can't believe you've awakened so quickly. Impossible. How could it be? Curse it. What's with your hand? Ah, the six-eyed bright pupil gave you a protective knot. When you fell into my trap, the knot shattered, breaking you free from my talisman's control. Oh my goodness. My god. Nerd. Pervert nerd. How did I end up here? I'd like to invite you to stay here, fellow cultivator. From today onwards, you may contemplate the path of immortality at my humble estate. Rest assured, I shall host you for as long as you live. What's the meaning of this? I can see six-eyed bright people has feelings for you. You're interfering with her. She needs to contemplate heavenly mysteries. Ever since you appeared, she changed. She became unlike herself. You must be eliminated. What do you want to do? Once you're gone, she'll slowly forget you and return to her former self. I'll bring her here. Look, I built this chamber for her. Quite similar to her silken cottage, isn't it? She'll stay by my side forever. I see you've lost your mind. I'm not mad. I'm perfectly calm. I'm going to bring her here next. Where to place the talismans, how to lure in. I planned everything so meticulous. Who are you and what do you want, pervert? The Xing family gathered demons from across the world to create detailed illustration manuals, sharing them with cultivators so they know every strength and weakness of these monsters. But I think our ancestors' vision was too limited. What do you mean imprison me? You're a once-in-an-age master of the world, and I wish for you to be my guest. However, you'll be staying in a dungeon. I told you guys he had a dungeon. I told you. Cheng's instincts are pure. I've specially prepared a damp, cold place surrounded by venomous creatures and rotting monster organs where the stench reaches the heavens. You're jealous, you pervert. This isn't jealousy, it's hatred. Ever since I discovered Six Eyes Bright Pupil, I pursued her relentlessly. I meant only well, but she never acknowledged me. I've utterly disappointed. Utterly disappointed. You can't force what isn't meant to be. Nonsense. She'll love me and she'll spend our lives together here. We'll have many little arachnids, both sons and daughters. The sons will take after me, brilliant and clever, while the daughters will be like her, graceful, noble, and ethereally beautiful. Where am I? This is the Xing family estate. We Xings are a mighty clan. Our ancestors were once high officials in the Cultivator Alliance. Later, guided by divine revelation, they endured countless hardships and escaped from Chi Yu. What do you mean? Mere illusions can never show the complete truth. I will dissect every monster, stitch them back together, and preserve them as specimens. I'll let the cultivators see their truest form. I'm leaving. Leave? Now that you're here, you won't be going anywhere. Oh, I've wanted to stab this guy for like a week. You... Don't touch my carp either, pervert. Yeah, get out of here. Should put him as taxidermy. Stop! What are you gonna do with me? Leave her alone. I won't harass her. I just want to bring her here. She's made her lair in the ley lines. I know she'll wait for you. She won't move there again. I'll bring her here right now. Kill. What are you gonna do? No, please let me go. You won't leave her alone. This matter needed an end, and you brought one. Thank you. Thank you, game. I absolutely hate it when games set up like some unrecoverable evil character, and then they're like, but you forgive them. No. You mess with the harem, you get the blade. This is what you deserved. You had plenty of warnings. Necromancer charm, teleportation charm, sky prayer charms. Okay. Well, that's a resolution I was hoping for. Go to the Kunwu Shrine. Also, it's what we're working on. Also, okay, so this brings me to a second point. I noticed while I was grinding, on this screen I was totally like absorbed over here, and I didn't even look over here. We have a bajillion shrines to go to. Like, I just got this one. Instantly cover 40% energy after casting a Heavenly Art. There you go. I do feel like my Heavenly Arts are not actually going off. So let's look at bindings. It does still say left shift. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that. We'll try again next time we're in a combat. It's so dang chaotic. It's hard to see what's going on. Infuse heavenly power. After infusing heavenly power, you intend to chat. Okay, we've seen him before. He was threatening Bright Eyes. If I were here, I would be glad to duel with the #1 cultivators of the world. Okay, it is him too. That's fine, but let's seek recognition. So you've heard all my stories. Art, Film of Frost, active. Issue a slash with the sword onto the entire battlefield, dealing 200,000 damage to all enemies 4 times and unleashing 1 sword aura. Soul slash. The slash of the sword will also cut apart enemy's soul for 15 seconds. The soul will have vitality equal to 8% max vitality of its owner and can use the skills of them. After vanishing, the soul will deal damage equal to its lost vitality to its owner. Heavenly Arts deal 200% damage to immortals. Heavenly Arts deal 300% damage to nether demons. Holy moly, that's cool. Okay, so that storyline, if I'm reading that right. Oh, that's only 1 out of 10 here, though. How do I turn you on? Oh, insufficient points. Okay, can I take that off? And now I put that on. How do we... Oh, it's 8, not 6. I can totally read, guys. Don't question it. Okay, so metallic iridescence is the one we started with. We have 6 points. Okay, I think I didn't actually have something properly equipped. I think I just had this on there, which makes sense that if I didn't have a main piece, I couldn't use the little ones. So we have 3 points left. Random enemies. Every time you inflict damage, sure, let's just try that one. Not really what I want. I want to use his, but I need some more points. I know why you're here, take it. What if we infuse power again? We could spar or seek. What if I seek again? If you could defeat 10% of my power, my heavenly art will be yours. Okay. Can we beat 10% of his power? I see that we're zoomed out. That's usually a bad sign. Where you at, buddy boy? Alright, my foxy lady's actually getting to do something. That's a good sign. Okay, we are doing at least 10%. Okay, my left shift is not... Okay, we beat him before my left shift was fully charged. So, but it now is charging, so that's good. Swords will fiery thunder. Deal additional attack when doing sword slashes by employing the sword will... damage equal to 100% slash damage and stuns them for 5 seconds. Wow. Okay, how do we get more? More essence could be attained once you gain the recognition of the immortal shrines. Okay. Not bad. Can we do it again? Seek recognition. No further reaction. Okay, what if we say spar? How much power do you want me to use? Okay, so we probably need to do something else before we can do that. We'll get ready first. Okay, interesting. Since we're all the way down here, what is the wood spirit? Oh, we're here. I think we're here for that too, aren't we? No, but close. Well, let's go check out the other shrine while we're down here. I will say there definitely seems to be a lot more content in this area than in the previous two, which seemed to kind of be filler, frankly. Infuse heavenly power. After infusing heavenly power, you intend to... Let's first chat. The wave of monsters of the world seems interesting. If I were to fight against them, I would certainly rank in the top 3. He kind of reminds me of Lu Bu. Secret recognition. If you could defeat me, I'll bestow a heavenly art upon you. I'll use 10% of my strength. He really looks like a Lu Bu. Okay, bring up the carp. Oh my goodness, what bullet hell. What absolute bullet hell. I love it. Man, I wish I could fight that zoomed out always. That was so much easier to actually see what was going on. Swift Silver Dragon. Okay, this is like a spear skill. I don't think I want to read all this because I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go sword no matter what. But that's cool nonetheless. So he has 1 out of 5 is done. I bet you I need to get some more of these before they will do that. Okay, cool. What if I... Seek recognition. You're so weak this time I'll use 30%. Sure. We killed him so dang fast last time. Alright, give me my carp. And then we drop... I need to see where I'm at for a second. We drop our artifact. And we try to draw him away from the artifact so that he doesn't hit it. Oh, we dominated him. Holy crap. You get wrecked, nerd. Spear Playful. Every time a martial skill into a transformation hits an enemy, 100% chance to cast Spear Light. Cool. I really want to do a spear build too. I want to do so many builds, but my goodness, this playthrough is already like 50 plus hours. Like, I'm probably at 60 hours after the grind I did today. Alright, we dominated him yet again. Can I just immediately do another? 50%? Yeah. Alright, drop that. We drop the carp. Okay, and then we want to drop the artifact and then get away from it so that he doesn't hit it, hopefully. Get away from my artifact! Wow. Again, completely dominated. The martial skill under transformation gains 10% leech effect, and every 1 second continued tasking will decrease your damage taken. Wow. Wowzers. I bet you could get damage taken if you played your cards right to dang near 100% with that. Your performance in the spar is courageous, just like what I've done years ago. Want to go again? In your opinion, what's the most important thing on the long journey of cultivation? Justice or power? Both are indispensable. Well, the insights you're talking about to me now is just one thing I grasped only after decades. You really surprised me. Then spar with me. Show me your abilities. Okay. Harp. And my artifact. Yeah, he doesn't really stand a chance because we have too many CC effects going off, and he can't really get going. I love it. Spear array. Cool enough. You could endure 70% of my power. You're not an ordinary person. Yeah, we're doing just great here. Let's chat again. I was born with 3 eyes and the ability to tell the evil from the just. Oh, that's cool. Secret recognition. I've seen your impressive deeds in Wave of Monsters before. Such a courageous performance of the Wave of Monsters. So this time I'll use 90%. If you could defeat me, I'll bestow you some heavenly power. Okay, please do. I need that heavenly power. Oh, okay. He hit me with something that time. All right, Carpia out. Artifact out. Charge up the hits. We're not even getting our big stuff charged up. These fights are ending so fast. Oh. He ripped his shirt off. That's how you know he's serious. Okay, this was definitely not what I was planning this episode to be, but... Essence Heavenly Power. You've been so accomplished at such an age, you're truly full of potential. Come here and spar if you want. Are we done? A beam of light flashes the Immortal statue, but there's no other reaction. He's at 4 out of 5. He did say come here and spar if you want, so let's say that. Nope. I guess that's as much as he'll do for now. What if, just so I can test it, can I shrine teleport? Oh, that is nice. But that's not to everybody. This shrine has not been infused. Okay, so I need to actually go to each one. Okay. That's fine. Am I up to 8? I'm up to 7. Oh man, we have so much more power available to us all of a sudden. Alright, yeah, we want to go to this one. So this was the Mulberry Branch Invite. In front of you, a small grove with green trees and grass, tranquil and calm. Bihong is standing under a tree, looking at the giant tree of Tree Vault in the distance. Ask Wu Ming how things are going. Gu Ming's condition is stable now. First of all, I want to apologize for my plotting against you the other day, and then I want to tell you about our story in Qingyu. Gu Ming is the deity of wood, and also was once the master of divine mulberry. He foresaw the destiny and knew something serious was going to befall Qiyu, so he withdrew his wood key that supported the divine mulberry and went to Qiyu to plant the giant tree in Tree Vault. Every time Xingqing waved his axe, nether air would surge into Qiyu. Wu Ming spared no pains to build the giant tree vault to resist the nether air over several years, but could only mitigate its spreading. When he left, he entrusted the divine mulberry to my care, and then something happened between you and me. During this period, Gu Ming continued to infuse key wood to strengthen the tree vault, but he was gradually eroded by nether air himself. Sensing the crisis of Gu Ming, I rushed to Qiyu to help him, but there's no way to reverse the situation. Even I myself got stuck. You and I know that only by killing Xianxia can this crisis be solved. Although I'm weak now, I can still help you, even at great cost. As long as Gu Ming could suffer all the erosion, nether air no more. You and Gu Ming. Gu Ming is a Muzhing, and I am his aid spirit. The rest is irrelevant. It's not like I like him or anything, Baka. Please think over what I've told you. Come back to me when you made up your mind. Don't tell Gu Ming about it. Now that you're here, why not come over and have a chat with me in the tree vault? Sure. I can perceive everything, no matter how trivial. That should happen within the tree vault. She's so naive to think she can pull wool over my eyes. Xing Lingjun once invited me to attack Xianxia with him, but he escaped from the battlefield, resulting in serious injuries to me. I was very disappointed, and since then, it was left to me alone to fight nether air. Now, I trust no one else but you. As I'm getting weaker by the day, I must defeat Xianxia, or there will never be another chance. What will happen to you? A tree that has lived out the span will wither, and this focus will dissipate completely after I use up my wood key. However, if we could defeat Xianxia, we could save the world and Bihong's life as well. It's worth it. And I can tell you are different than Xiang Lijing. You will not shun the battle with Xingqiang. So I hope you'll take your time and think about it. I'll wait for your reply at Tree Vault. Wants to use her wood essence to let you go deep inside Qiyu to challenge. Okay, so we have like two competing. In order to stop, who wants to fight? Wait. In order to stop this spread, Guming wants to fight against you with his remaining wood essence. Therefore, your potential could be activated, and you could confront you in spite of the nether air. Go to the Nine Myths Palace Steel and investigate what happens. Okay, I'm not quite ready for that. Where are we at? Okay, we're heading that way. If we're gonna go that way, let's go up this side, and we'll grab those stells on the way. Oh my goodness, the road is long, cultivators. The road is long. I honestly thought today I might be finishing. How naive young Babel was. I also leveled up all my imps, so now we are at maximum imp power. And I think they're bringing in better books. We'll see here. Or perhaps not. All right. Shrines, where are you? Oh, that's a cool looking one. A big lady with a ginormous hammer. After infusing heavenly power, you intend to chat. Okay. That's pretty cute. The giant hammer. The weak don't deserve my heavenly art. Flaming Wind Cheng Long. Seek recognition. Puny human, if you want to win my recognition, defeat 30% of my power. Alright, can do. Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. Alright, get that dropped out. Okay, you're kind of dangerous, I will say. Man, it is so much easier to control my character when I'm zoomed out like this. Because of perspective, it feels like I'm slower when I'm doing my turbo move. Okay, we got our field up. Wow, we actually got our field up for her. Dang. Art melted. Draws planets near for collision. Holy moly. That reminds me of a Final Fantasy XIV fight. If you know, you know. 30,000 damage for all units on the battlefield 8 times. The user will gain Qiong's power. Every time casting a special skill, Cheng will assist in attacking by smashing a hammer down, doing 42,000 damage to all units on the location of the mouse, and generating a gravity array. The gravity array will confine units within for 5 seconds. Afterward, the array will explode. It's a dang shame that we're getting all this stuff unlocked at the end of the game, frankly. Okay, okay, so you have 1 out of 5. I bestow upon you my heavenly art. Go. If I had xianxia at my side when I was waging wars on the world, I would have united all the races a long time ago. I'll use 50% of my power. Okay, this is a little spicy, I won't lie. It's a little spicy. Alright, let's drop over here. I'm shocked that Carpia could actually take that. Can't see where you're at. There you are. Okay, get my rule field going. I actually have my heaven one too. Left shift. Broke my artifact right there at the end, unfortunately. You have to pay to repair those. The duration of the array, there will be stone stels falling from the sky, dealing damage every second. I bestow upon you my heavenly art. Go. I want the heavenly point so I can change over to the sword one. Let's try it. After infusing, we intend to seek recognition. I feel so bored these days, but I don't know why. May I find you some pleasure, milady? Tips Fedora. Maybe someone will play Guqing for me. It's said that the people of the Jade Bird clan are all born musicians. Defeat Dongfeng Mingxi here and bring Dongfeng Mingxi here and play some pleasant tunes. Okay, wait for the good news. Isn't that the name of my spirit? No, I guess not. You're the bird lady. I'm not 100% certain there. Is that, am I good? Do I not have that? Bring Dong Fang Mingjui here to play some music. Okay. Sometimes this game can be really esoteric. You're definitely not the right person. Just out of curiosity. Today you decide to ask McQueen to take out her instrument and play on the street. But there's no one around and you're the only person listening to McQueen's music. You leave McQueen after thoroughly enjoying her performance. Okay, that was not the McQueen that she was asking for. So that's not going to be it. Let's do a chat. No, same thing. Okay. Is what it is on that one, I think. And then just north of there, another Battle Soul Shrine. The Battle Rooster. After infusing heavenly power, you intend to chat. Kill at one strike, victory at one stroke. That's my style. Secret edition. You want my heavenly art? Find 2 Chi grass for me first. I have a bunch in the vault. Okay, accept mission. Chi grass. Don't suppose I can use your tree storage. Of course not. So that's interesting. So the vaults that we've been using are all that guy's power. These are like roots coming up from that tree. Chi grass. I am so glad. I was literally thinking between episodes, I should just go through there and delete all the old stuff I'm never going to use. I'm very glad that I did not get around to doing that. All right. Here you go, buddy. Those who cross me disappear. Guess where they went? Here it is. Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me find it. You know what you already want to give him. That's a little annoying. Find me some... Well, I got it wrong. Yes, Immortal. I found it. I need 2 silk grass. I don't suppose I have silk grass on me. Of course not. Look for it again. Is he just gonna continuously do this until I fight him? Silk grass. We need 2. He just wants me to burn all my contribution. Oh, we also need to check the store to see if I have more of the elixirs for XP. Alright, nope, not that. There we go. Bring me some Chayatha. Alright. Alright, it's fine. I would say I'll just get everything out of storage, but I can't carry it all. So that's kind of a moot point. I have spent like 30-something thousand already teleporting back and forth. I also already forgot what he wanted. Che something? It's a purple. It's Cheuga. That's not it. It's a purple. I have 500 something of it. Tyathula. There it is. At least the rarity's going up, so maybe that means that there is an end. Man, how masochistic would it be if they had programmed a mission that just literally spun forever, just picking random things? Oh my gosh, this is the worst part, having to find the dang thing. Also, their terrible UI. Doesn't search for things properly. All right, it's a material. It's purple. I have 2 of it. There it is. And then it resets and doesn't... Oh my goodness. You were just trying my patience, game. You were just trying my patience. Oh, you only want 1. Okay. Next, find me some... Well, I got it wrong. Sun and Moon Root. Yes, that will do. Sun and Moon Root. Do I have a shrine over there I could just get so I could teleport? I guess it wouldn't work because I wouldn't have recognition on both ends. Sun and Moon. I think he just wanted 1. I just want it known for the record, this was not the plan for this episode. Here it is. Purple, I'll have 1 of them. Bring me 2 begonia grass. I actually have some of those on me. Begonia grass. This one's an orange. Oh my goodness. Seriously. Nethergrass, flaming, begonia. Finally, bringing Melody Ginseng. I have that on me too, thank goodness. Are we just literally making him like a salad? Melody Ginseng. Art egg form. Lets out a cluck and summons a golden eggs falling from the sky, dealing 100,000 damage to all enemies on the battlefield. Then many immortal chickens will fly through the battlefield, laying 10 eggs, dealing 100,000 damage to enemies hit. Various kinds of immortal chickens will be hatched from the eggs. Well, that's ridiculous. Alright, where are you on this thing? Here, 1 out of 3. Don't cross me or you'll pay with your life. I need an ingredient called cerulean rice. Have you heard of it? I've heard of it. Yes, that profiteer sells it at a high price. You seem mighty enough, then you could buy it at a low price for me. I'll reward you handsomely. Okay. Do we just have it? That's not the right kind of rice. Cerulean rice. Do you have a clue on that one? Okay. Okay. We're done. We're done with you, man. Alright, we're going back to the Stell. Holy moly. Yet again, where is the time gone? Let's at least finish this up so we have some accomplishment. We'll do that, and then we'll go check to see if we've passed enough time for those refreshes in the store. I wish there were more teleport locations up here. I suppose maybe we should get that one too, because then we could teleport in this direction. Are you going to comprehend the steel? Comprehend. You seem to have acquired more understanding of the sword. Sword plus 20. Once per year if it's true. Okay. Let's use our teleportation charm. Almost done using up these cheaply ones. Then, of course, you know, I'm going to totally forget to buy new ones. Move there, yes. Okay, we need alliance, we need treasure, we have. Alright, just buy what we can. And then we'll see if we need to get another one. I wish it told me how much XP they give. Oh, it looks like it's fine. Oh, we were actually pretty close there. So I think I bought 39 and we used 38, if I'm doing that right. So if we go here, go for a breakthrough. Whoop, 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 whoop. Just when you are conquering key to achieve breakthrough, darkness overwhelms you suddenly. You feel like you're being devoured by a dizzying whirl of chaos. What? The foolish old man was the villain all along? Even after my death, my son will take over. And after his death, my grandson will take over. I trust that one day we'll move these accursed mountains for sure. Someone is shooting arrows at me and my brothers and sisters. I'm all alone and have nowhere to run. Remember, do not kill them all. The world still needs the existence of the sun. After that, it's in your hand. What's happening? I will fill the sea. You better leave. It's coming again. The Xianxia is needed to control the Bloodlord. I cannot give you to you unless the Bloodlord is eliminated first. I'm so glad you saved me. Otherwise, who knows what they'd have done to me? Cheng Jaimu, you've done so much for our sect. There's really nothing we can do to repay you. But if you need anything in the future, feel free to come to me. I just can't do it, little one. You must follow the sun and find out where the sun comes down. But I don't think the heavenly path will allow the world to perish on account of it. There must be something we can do to fix it when the time is right. A mere insect knows that all things are equal. I'm impressed. Kill, kill, kill. Ah, you're awake. You're the goddess of the earth. Indeed it is. I trust you've been well since we last met. Only a few days have passed since I last saw you, and you've already reached the bottleneck of the Transcendent middle. You are this one last stage away from reaching the peak of the world of cultivation realm. As a person of this level of cultivation, I have not met another in 1,000 years. You're awake. Did I fall into the dream again? Dreams, reality are but a fleeting thought in your mind. What is real? What is a hallucination? If this cannot be fully grasped, how are we different from mortals? To suddenly have nothing now does not mean that there will not be any in the future. To suddenly have something now does not mean that there will be those who used to have it. Different times, you can meditate upon these words. You're awake. I'm trying to break through the bottleneck. Why? Seeking the Tao of immortality need not be rushed. If a Taoist mind is misunderstood, the result will not be beautiful. May I ask if you know where the last stage is? Maybe you mean to... How was it? Find solace in my past, abandon material needs and seek the heavenly path, ignore distractions and follow my wish. Find solace in the past? Cultivators on the path of immortality will have to cut ties with the mortal plane, more or less. If you have too many attachments, they may block your intent to reach greater heights. Scenes from the past come to mind. Thinking of the years of hard work to get to this path, you have mixed feelings, and the figure of Hutu grows hazy because of your thoughts. Good, I didn't expect the turning point to arise so quickly. I condensed your bottleneck into this illusionary body while you were thinking. If you can defeat it, your journey to the Transcendent realm will be straightforward with no obstacles. Fight the mirror. I should have healed first. That was cocky. Immediately do that. Immediately grab that. Get my harp on. I'm gonna do that. Can't tell who's doing what there. Wait, are we not even damaging you? Okay, that did some damage. Is it every time we beat a mechanic, it's gonna actually hurt her? I'm running low on energy because, yeah, we should have been healed before we came in here. It was a bit of a cockiness. Carpia, go! Okay, she's going down though. I also have my Heavenly Strike if we can get a good target. These little guys are probably not it. Well, maybe they are it. Okay, that's not bad. When we get that slowdown, I keep thinking they've hit me with something and one-shotted me. Man, I wish all of our battles could be this zoomed out. This is so much better. This is so much better. Alright, one more and we should be good. Carpia. Give me some AoEs. There we go. Woo! From Reborn to Transcendent. Okay, we've already had some of those. Hutu's image fades before you, along with your last fantasy of being immortal. Primordial air left after the dispersion of a deity's image that bears the sigils of the law of life. After being blended with the inner essence key of human, it can be condensed into the legendary heavenly power of unity and harmony. Let's do it. Give me some of that harmony. $894 attack. Another 20k vitality. 596 defense. Holy moly. That's a few stats there. And we are in Transcendent late, and there are no more buttons to click for going higher. It is what it is. Alright, where are we? We're way up here. Alright, I'll tell you what. Since we're all the way here, let's check that shrine. Since we're so close and there's nothing else that will have us come back. So, hey, we also healed. That's pretty useful. Just out of curiosity, what are we at stat-wise? 8,400 attack. Remember at the beginning of the game when we had like 50? Oh, how far we have come. How far we have come. Outlandish one. What do you do for a living? Your head is fire. Your argument is invalid. Mortal, you may be weak, but you have a pleasant smell. Okay, you're a little creepy too. Mortal, you have a special smell. Mortal, what is the matter? I want your heavenly art. Good, I'm looking for many materials. Bring me some blessed purple lightning. Oh, the evil that is blessed lightning fur. Alright. Fine. Oh, this is gonna suck if he's gonna do the same thing Birdman did to me. This will be our last of the junky ones. I'm gonna try my dang hardest to remember to buy some new ones. Go here. Yes. Go here. Immediately go to market. We want to buy. I really want talismans. What I want. Lure, psychic, repellent, teleportation. Give me 20 of those. Okay, purple fur. Purple lightning fur. This one. He wanted one. Just out of curiosity, in case, I'm going to grab one of the bamboos. I'm going to grab one of those. And we'll take those strange mushrooms too. Now, how close can I teleport? All the way down here. Oh, that is bad. What are we at? Oh, we're already 10 minutes over. My goodness. Okay. We'll make this delivery and then we'll call that the end for reals for reals. My poor voice is going to have to do a little recuperation, I think, before I can do another one. I hope that they're not too fetch questy. Because so far, that chicken one was the most annoying. Not the hardest, it was just annoying. Secret resignation. I have. Really? You can't even zoom me to where it's at? There. Yeah, tweet. Next, 10 hardened beast bone. Oh, you're going to do the same thing to me, aren't you? 10 hardened beast bone. Okay, well, that will have to be for next time, though. So, the continuing crazy adventures of Cheng will carry on, apparently. Maybe the end is further than we had thought. But we have reached the pinnacle of transcendence. We are prepped for immortality if we can get there. Now we are collecting heavenly power. I assume that the goal here is to power us up before we go fight Xingtian. He is ginormous, by the way. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, he is humongous on the map. Okay, that's going to have to be it for me, builders. I will apparently see you in a couple more episodes. That's going to be Cheng and Babble out. Catch you there.